I began playing drums when I was 3 years old. I was raised in what was then a smaller town in South Carolina, and raised in the church scene. That's really how I started. My mom was like choir director. I had a few drummers that were older than me that, since I was self-taught and I wasn't taking lessons, we didn't grow up with a ton of money, and so that was kind of the thing. I watched other people play. I would listen to a lot of those things and try to figure out what they were playing in my mind or what it sounded like they were hitting and things like that. And so that's really how I became to be a self-taught drummer. The best advice I can say that I've ever gotten as a musician, as a drummer, is the saying, stay in the pocket, which kind of translates to less is more. I ended up getting a call from a band here in Asheville and started touring with those guys for 2 years. And it really steered my career in a totally different direction because I made all of these extra connections. And but probably, I think my first year into that band is when I started to really want to express myself creatively in another avenue. And that's what kind of led me to doing photography. I had a camera and I shot primarily film first, and I was doing that and like being on tour and shooting pictures like in my spare time. Eventually, after leaving the band, I still shot photography. I actually took a step back from music for a while, and so continued shooting and kind of getting better and developing skills. And then I decided I wanted to move to LA and did that, and did a lot of photography out there. As a photographer, the best advice, basically to learn how to shoot with natural light. Shooting with natural light I prefer because it can change at any moment, especially when you're outside and partly cloudy day or mostly cloudy day, and then you're shooting light's perfect. And just like the little small sliver of a cloud can go over the sun, and it can change everything. And it can change the entire mood of a picture. But yeah, I think that's the best advice I've had, and it keeps me like on my toes when I'm shooting. To say someone is just one thing that's even offensive in itself, And so as a drummer, I think about, I'm keeping time. I'm also affecting greatly the volume, the space of the room, how much we're filling that space, how little we're filling that space. Even with photography, is the same thing, is looking at a space and looking at an aesthetic and saying, how do I want to make this me? How do I want to make this mine? How can I contribute to this to create this visual? And it's the same thing musically, or as I'm playing music and hearing it back, is saying, is this the mood that I want to create with this? What do I want to say here in this moment? I think about music and photography as a means to move people. I'll shoot the same pose just constantly, and I'll move like little bitty things, or like just small things until it's like, that's it. And then like it's like, okay, you're free to move. Being back in Asheville has been already just such an incredible experience. I have so many friends here and just fellow musicians here, and this has really become a place over time that is just really known for its artist community and just how everyone wants to help each other. Having so many collaborators around me and just people who are hungry to create something new and fresh is integral in what I'm trying to do, whether it is music or whether it's photography.